Welcome everybody to Extreme Offroad Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 1926 Bugatti Type 35C. Now this has 668 horsepower, 682 pounds-feet of torque from a 2-litre turbocharged inline-4 engine, and the vehicle itself now weighs 1,596 pounds. Now has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can do 0 to 60 in 3.052 seconds, 0 to 100 in 5.362 seconds, and it goes with a top speed of 217 miles an hour. So yeah, we had the 1929 Mercedes-Benz Super Sport in one of the previous episodes, so I thought we'd try out the oldest car in this game. Granted, it's only by 3 years, but yeah, extremely old car, and yeah, it's going to be well out of its depth on this series. But I'm hoping the lack of weight and the fact it's not got the most amount of power on a car in this series will hopefully generate some results, even though it is out of its depth. But yeah, probably the oldest car we're ever going to have on a Forza game, this. Not that I want that to be the case, because there are several interesting old vehicles that were made back in this period, back when everything was an experiment back then. Everything was changing rapidly year by year and nothing was ever definitive. Even the controls that we now know as part of a standard car, like where the brakes and the brake or the accelerator pedal was, and the gear lever and the handbrake even on this car is on the outside, so yeah, do wish we had more cars like this, but nonetheless, yeah, it's dealing with everything here so far okay. It's handling the power alright, it's got a decent amount of traction, it's got some oversteer, but we're not really suffering from understeer, thankfully. Decent rate of speed down here. One thing this is going to have over the Mercedes is the fact it was way less, and obviously it's a bit smaller, so less likelihood of hitting anything. Though it doesn't have anywhere near as much power as that Mercedes had at 1,005 horsepower. I'd say on the whole this feels more controllable. Controllable doesn't always necessarily mean fast, so let's see what we're going to get. Pretty fast though, across the finish line at 169 miles an hour, and we have a time of 2 minutes 4 seconds .318 miles faster than the Mercedes-Benz, as that managed 2 minutes, what was it? I think it was around near the 2-minute 10 mark. Can't remember now. I'm just looking for it. Pardon me. I'll actually type it in much quicker. But yeah, that's still a really good time overall, to be honest. I don't think I've actually written it in, unfortunately. But yeah, it's quicker than the Mercedes-Benz, I know for sure. Oh yeah, there it is. 2 minutes 8 seconds .188, so it's nearly 4 seconds faster, which is a huge margin, especially considering, you know, that Mercedes-Benz had more power. But this, at the end of the day, like I said, has less weight. It's a smaller overall vehicle, and yeah, because it doesn't have quite as much power, it's going to likely be more a controllable vehicle as well. But it's not only just beating the Mercedes; it's also beaten the likes of far more modern vehicles like the Lotus Esprit S1, Toyota Sprinter Terreno, Porsche Panamera Turbo, Mini John Cooper Works Countryman 04, Opel Kadett A, Chevrolet Camaro Z01, Subaru WRX Rally Car, and the Land Rover Range Rover, and it's only slightly behind a Aston Martin Vanquish and a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution, as well as a McLaren P1 and Citroen DS3 Racing. But considering how old this car is, like I said, oldest car in the game, and certainly obviously on oldest car in the series, that's a really impressive time. And yeah, it was impressive in terms of how controllable it was and how quick it was as well in terms of straight line speed and acceleration. So yeah, mightily impressed by it, and yeah, Does go to show that age does not mean it's going to be a slow vehicle, and nor does a lack of power mean it's going to be slow either. Nonetheless though, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.